This video is brought to you in association with Funded Today. Funded Today helps you get more pledges for your Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaign with professional video and design. Links are in the video description below. Thank you. Let's get on with the show. Hello, Talk Funders. Today, we're joined by Karim and Gonzag from Lance Glasses, live on Indiegogo with their new product, the Lance Air. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hi, Alan. Very good. Thank you.
Good, and you? Well, listen, guys, I think the best thing to do is to go straight in just to basically looking at your campaign video, and we can maybe talk through some of the points in that. I'll just press it here, and we'll just go to full screen. So one of the things that I did pick up on this was that basically you were talking about, we take vision for granted, vision taken for granted. I mean, I take my vision for granted, and also help your eyes feel comfortable and rested so your mind can run freely. Could you maybe say something about that, about helping your eyes feel comfortable and rested, and so your mind can run freely?
But basically, you maybe saw yourself a lot of commercial ads on your main feed, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, is about the blue light. So we wanted to introduce some new design, and this feature that we may all need at the moment, especially in those periods of COVID restriction, where a lot of people were like locked down at home, spending much more time on screens. People also locked down on like home working, spending over the time on screens. And definitely, we wanted to introduce a new kind of product without margin, separating the typical margin that you can have on an acetate frame, and having like a super light frame. So we decided to introduce that new design with some titanium frames, so very flexible, so you can even sleep with it on your couch, they won't break. And we also wanted to not leave aside the people that prefer to have like a frame, and by introducing also some full rim frames and then a half rim frames with a smart bridge. This is like a memory shaped alloy. So like they are practically unbreakable. So yeah, the blue light was like the main point that we wanted to introduce with this new collection, and obviously we called it Lance Air as a kind of tribute to a mentor. We won't say the name.
And is part of the blue light, is that part of the nanotechnology? Is that?
What we call the nanotechnology, it's of course a large names, but it's about the coating. When you produce lenses, you have to apply on it different coating. Each coating has a specific role. It is the hardener to make sure that your lenses are resisting to the scratches. For example, you live on the seaside, you can have like this little wind with a charge with sand. If you use like typical lenses, they will be scratched like in a bit. And also for the blue light, which is like a very specific treatment that you have to put in an oven during 16 hours with a specific product that deposits this fine film on the lenses, which is like very nanoparticles.
And what will we'll look at the nanotechnology later in the deep dive, but just in terms of the blue light, what is the benefit of the blue light for the customer? What will it do?
The blue light, it's a very large name. So in the light that we have every day, we have like from 320 nanometers to 430 nanometers, this blue light. A part of it is essential to the circadian cycle of human. So it means that we cannot filter them all. If you filter them all, at some point you will have a lack of blue light because we need it. So most of the blue light lenses are filtering about 20% of the harmful wavelength. So this is what we are doing today to protect the people from the blue light emitted by the computer, by the phone, by the TV, essentially. But the blue light is present in the everyday life. So don't get us wrong when we say blue light. We just protect the eyes from this spectrum, which is harmful.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's a great benefit. That sounds good to me. I suppose like everybody else for the last year, 18 months and going into the future, we will be more and more still in front of our screens, whether it's, I suppose it's our mobiles or our computer screens or indeed our TVs. So this blue light really will help protect our eyes. Is that correct?
It's correct. It is very interesting to talk about it because we've seen through the different comments feed on our Facebook and so on saying, oh, blue light is a scam created by glass makers. But no, this is not a conspiracy of lenses maker to say blue light is not harmful. It is. And especially all the people who work on a computer will tell you the same. They feel much better when they wear like blue light protective lenses. Actually, and it's also prevents some, the IMD, which is the macular degeneration. So that concerns like 8% of humans. So it's like very important to mention that.
And one other thing, just going back to link the idea of we take vision for granted, and one thing that you are doing with the blue light is protecting us from the harm of computers, etc. The other thing about taking a thing for granted is to look at the opposite way. Is it says you mentioned that optimal vision is essential. Could you say something about that, please? What is optimal vision?
The optimum vision is to make sure that you see pretty well, because we want to make sure that proposing the best quality lenses allow people to get the best of their abilities, especially when you have like a prescription needs. Because in West Europe, we are very used to having our insurances, make sure that you have very nice lenses and so on, but the rest of the world that is open for us by the Kickstarter or the Indiegogo platforms, we are now selling in 110 countries around the world. This was a huge opportunity for us. And the feedback we got, it is, oh, guys, you are proposing some very affordable lenses and also in very good quality. Indeed, we are producing our lenses in an Essilor laboratory. Essilor is a huge French brand, if you know it. So we are producing our lenses in their licensed factory. So it is very, very important to say that we want to help protecting the eyes because it's essential. A lot of people, for example, for Europe, we are operating from Romania. If you take the statistic from such countries, people go to the doctors once in 5 years and change their glasses like every 3 years. So, I mean, even if people sometimes have issues, they don't even check for it actually. And they say, oh my God, sometimes I give my glasses because I have a very small prescription. And I say, oh my God, I see better. Because sometimes you have like a very little needs, and it's essential to have your eyes control. And by protecting them from the blue light, it's a first step to avoid this, I would say, aging of the eyes, of the sight.
And also, I think that there's a lot of elements there we can talk about in the backstory regarding that you're now shipping to 110 countries. That really confirms, and this is your third crowdfunding campaign. So it really reaffirms and validates the quality of the glasses that Lance Glasses are producing. So absolutely fantastic. And I just actually stopped your video in terms of quality. I just stopped at this screenshot where there's a dog, looks as if it has the glasses in its mouth and is running it across the floor. So there you go. Well, there you go. There is the strength of your glasses there coming in the video.
Yeah.
So we'll just finish off the video part here. And we'll just return now to the main page, which is great. And so there's just elements that I really wanted to talk to at this point is to really just look at the page itself. So you've done remarkably well here on Indiegogo and Kickstarters. You had a former campaign in Kickstarter, which is now evolved into Indiegogo. Would you like to just say something about the Indiegogo campaign?
The Indiegogo campaign is very interesting for us because it's an in-demand. It's not directly a crowdfunding campaign like Kickstarter was offering, but it gives for us a very interesting approach of another community to validate again the product. It's a pre-order, of course, and it's better accompanied than Kickstarter. I mean, in Indiegogo we have interlocutors, we have marketing partners that are from Indiegogo. So we have like enjoying a very good accompaniments from Indiegogo. And actually, I would love that Indiegogo had like the shining of Kickstarter, because in terms of organization, it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, great. And really, let's just finish off this main interview with just looking actually specifically at the Indiegogo campaign. Like, you have done remarkably well. You've altogether 3,000, just over 3,800 backers, which has nearly raised $500,000. So fair play to you there. Can we just basically look at the perks in terms of for the potential backers, the TALK funders, and the Indiegogo backers? So this is your early bird here.
Yes.
It's Lancer.
Exactly. The early bird will be available only for 2 weeks more, and after that we will because we needed to propose like still a very affordable perks before to get the normal prices actually, and we will leave it until 17th of May. And
then you can buy early birds too. You can buy a pair. Okay. And so just whenever we look at, buying a set of glasses, I just wanted to highlight just these are your 6 frames, which in one sense, let's look at the journey of the Indiegogo backer, just to look at how they select and how they select their frame. So can we just look at this first? When you've got 6 frames all together, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So we have the first one on the top. It is the Haussmann, which is a tribute to a very famous architect in Paris. And you will see the different declination that we have on our website if you have a look. And it's the Haussmann Air, which is like all the frames are unisex, but of course the Sen, which is the cat eyes, is more oriented for girl or woman. But if a guy wants it, it's of course available for that. But most of the frames are unisex here.
Okay, great. And really you can also, with the Indiegogo campaign, you can also choose your lenses as well. Is that correct?
Yes, we proposed 3 different types of lenses. The one with the blue light included. Photochromic lenses that we call ultra fade lenses. They are our transition technology lenses that are darkening with the presence of natural UV light. And after that, we have the sun lenses, either typical colors, or we are proposing 6 different colors: yellow, blue, pink, green, gradient beyond, and gradient gray.
And is this what this is? This is a super sharp lens. Is this what that is?
Sharp lenses are those ones, the one that are transparent, plain view, with the blue light filter included, with or without prescription.
Okay. And what are the correction lenses? What does that mean?
It means that if you have any condition, you can implement your prescription for any kind of eye conditions. For the rimless, we can cover up to ±8. And for the full rim and half rim, we can go up to ±10. So we propose also different kind of index. The index is the thickness that you will have on your lenses. So we have the normal thickness, the very thin lenses, and the ultra thin lenses. Because what you want when you have like a very big prescription, I would say about ±5, is to keep the best feature of your frame, and then to keep this feather light aspect of your frame. So that's why we recommend to people to take this option, especially if they have a high prescription. Because a frame like that with simple lenses is 7 grams, so it's extremely light. But if you start like to put ±8 on it without thinning option, then you get some very thick lenses, so pretty heavy.
Okay, and then the last bit here is how to choose your style. I thought was very good. So you're using your smartphone with Instagram, is that correct?
It's correct. Most of the competition use like a 3D virtual trial on their website, but we wanted to go through directly the source of the income, because without ads, we wouldn't make any sales. So we wanted to use Instagram, and now this is allowing us to make some 3D filters in a funny way, actually, because you can share with a friend, you can send it in a story directly saying, hey, what do you think about myself on this frame? We still don't know if it's enhancing or not the sales, actually, because we wanted anyway to the customer to feel the most comfortable with the glasses he chooses. And this is indeed the press contact that they do, because of course it's pretty hard to sell glasses online, because most of us wearing glasses prefer to try the glasses before to buy them.
And I think this is a really good video here where basically you can really try it out. You can really...
Our statistics are pretty awesome, actually. We had like more than 50,000 tryouts total.
Really?
It's not unique user because we don't have this kind of statistics, but over the campaign, we have more than 50,000 tryouts, yeah.
Oh, phenomenal. So is that really the customer journey there, where they come to the Indiegogo website and all the links will be in the description below. Then they look at the different frames. Just look at this. They look at these different frames, and you can have deeper looks at. You can have a better look at them further down. And then if they decide on one frame, then they can then jump to using this Instagram. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you have the link by just clicking on Instagram.
And how do they do that? Do they have to download an app that you have, or how do they do that?
You go that to the native Instagram application on your Android or iPhone. Actually, there is a little smiley with little stars. We publish updates where we explain to people how to get it, but it's pretty. We just had like a few backers, not super familiar with Instagram, that ask us how to reach it, but a large majority of our community knows how to reach them.
Yeah, ask your children, your grandchildren. And can you do a variation with the lenses as well? You know, you were saying that there's the difference in lenses. Can you build that into it?
Say it again. Sorry.
Sorry. You know where you were saying that some of the lenses here, the super sharp lens and the ultra fade lenses, can you build that variation into the Instagram as well?
No, it's just for the frames style only. We wanted to put also the sun lenses, but it was too complicated. The Instagram platform is still not super user friendly for that. Yep. So we needed to have it simple, to just allow the backers to get the shape choices.
No, I think it's really a great approach, because I mean, I've never actually, my confession is I've actually never bought glasses online before, but I find this is a really interesting approach. And lastly, let's just look at the different frames that you were talking about. Discover our timeless unisex styles. And I think this highlights the different colors that you have in the frame. Yep. Is that correct?
It's correct. We have 5 colors. We cheated a bit because we wanted to get the colors from Apple, which is like a brand that we like very much. So if you check, we have like matte gold, matte gray, which is a silver gray, and also the matte black, which are the colors from Apple, actually, except for the shiny gold and shiny silver.
Great. I love it.
So we even countertype the colors, with Apple product. We ask our suppliers making the plating to say, guys, we want this color for the matte one.
And I think it's just lovely. I mean, in one sense, it's another nod to Apple that whenever you ship the finished set of glasses, that they come in this really beautiful packaging that I must admit looks very impressive and very Apple-esque, shall we say?
Yeah, actually, Apple make a revolution a few years ago when they launched the iPhone. If you check whatever the brand is, if you make a 360 degrees analysis in any design, it can be in kitchen, it can be in whatever field of the product design, everybody wanted to reproduce the user experience as somebody unboxing an iPhone. And actually the feedback that we have from our customers, it's like, oh yes, I'm impression to get an iPhone. And what we did more than the other brand, we did a special message in the box.
Fantastic.
So for everyone buying the box, it will be a surprise when you open it.
And then just so the Indiegogo and Talk funders are clear. So when we've went through the customer journey, and then whenever they purchase, thinking back to the offerings that you have, this is beginning. Your campaign's going to run April 2021 into May 2021. When will they be expected to receive the finished product?
All our backers who will be able to fill their survey before the end of May, they will receive the perk by the end of August. Because having done the first campaign on Kickstarter, we raised considerably funds, as you saw before. And so we passed the pre-order for the raw material, you know, the metal, the titanium, the shape memory alloy, the screw, the standard part, also the little nose pad. So just to respect the schedule before to get the real choices from our customers. So we have like a good forecast about it. So our schedule is pretty strong. Actually, we had the issue by the past on the previous campaign, but we learned a lot from our previous campaigns. It's not that easy. The supply chain is extremely challenging.
Yeah, well, I think that's great. Again, thing to reference is that this is your third campaign. As you say, you've refined the whole process, your whole production and supply process to really deliver your quality spectacles, you know, within that really tight time frame. So that is fantastic. And let's just really finish off the main interview just by returning to the top of the Indiegogo page. And I'd just like to thank the boys from Lance Glasses who are live on Indiegogo with their Lance Air frames. I will certainly be downloading my Instagram app and trying it out to find the best style of frames for my good self. Thank you very much, lads. Thank you. Goodbye now.